Hi, Steve from Custom Table Tennis, and today we're going to have a look at our offensive combination blade. It's a combination blade because we've got the mahogany on one side with the walnut handle, and this is in flared, and on the other side we've got the cherry with cherry. So why would you want such a blade? Because the mahogany is a harder, quicker wood, you're going to get more speed from the mahogany side and more control from the cherry. It's a standard size blade with a flared handle. A little bit about the handles and why we've actually, because originally we used to use the Wengi, which looks really smart, but if I bring these over, in fact I'll just bring them over on here and we can have a look at the different woods for the handles. You can see, I mean, these all start life as a massive piece of wood, and these have been machined down ready to actually make the handles. So you can see by the actual weights how the different woods vary. So to keep the weight down with the Abishi core, because this is an Abishi core, also known as AS or Abishi, and we want to try to get down in between 87 to 91 is our tolerance, or plus or minus 3. So we'll just have a look at this one on the scale. So this one's the lower end because we've selected the lighter woods. Please be aware that if you fall in love with, so for instance, the Zebrano, which is one of my favourites, you are going to add extra weight because of the handle. Even though, and I don't think I've actually done this before, each different handle, each different shape is machined out to drop some of the weight, and also for the centre of balance. So as always, the blade is available in the flared. If you just order it offline and there's no communication, this is the handle that you will get. We need to have a conversation about other woods if you want to put other handles on, especially when you go into, as you can see, 67 grams for the Wengi as opposed to the 46 for the cherry and the American black walnut. Worth noting, because when Paul gets a piece of wood, he'll let me know. He'll say, "Well, I've got enough for 120 handles or pairs off that particular piece of wood." But even look on two types of Zebrano from two different batches of wood. We've got heavy Zebrano and we've got light Zebrano. So just having a look at the plies, which we've done many times before, but if you're new to our channel, what's so special about these? They're all handmade, hand finished from scratch with a guy who's got 50 years experience, and a letter of recommendation from Buckingham Palace for making a backgammon set and a chess set many years ago. So you've got a guy with immense experience with wood, and we've said many times before, we're not putting carbon in these things because we use something called the Janka scale, and I'm not going to go into that, but the difference between the Purple Heart and say the lime is absolutely massive. This wood is virtually 3 times harder than the lime or the linden, which next week I'm going to do a review of the combination bat. I was going to do it this week, but as quick as he made me 4, they went the same day. So this is why we're doing a review on this particular bat today. So moving on to something special, and it's definitely worth doing because once they go, they go. We had a guy sent an email through with his absolute request, and he wanted 2 bats identical as near as possible. I says, well, we'll try. We can't promise to get within 1 gram because you're working with wood. But what Paul did to get these 2 bats made, and you've got a black limber on one side and a cherry on the other. So he wants control, but he doesn't want it as fast as mahogany, and he wanted it in a straight handle with a nice thumb grip. So the challenge for Paul was between 88 and 91, but he didn't want it too light. He didn't want it going down to 84, 85, and he'd rather have it 2 at 92. So Paul, to get these bats at the same weight, weighed each individual part, and then the skill involved is with using the same amount of glue to get them exactly the same. But let's have a look at the weights. And these are going out as soon as this video is out. These are on the way to France. So there's the first one, 91 grams. Here's the second one, 91 grams. I mean, the amount of skill involved to get two blades identical, the only way he's going to be able to tell the difference, you've got a bit of variance on the grain there, but look at that cherry. Look at the grain on there. There's that little bit down there, so he'll always know them apart. Absolutely a pair of twins, made at the same time. Each process. About the process, I'm not going to go too much into it, but your traditional table tennis bat, factory made bat, goes through about 23 to 28 different processes. Paul is well over 50 to 60 different processes. There's 6 or 7 processes to get you from the big slab of wood down to the blocks, down to the handle. So that's our review for today. If you want more reviews, hit the subscribe button and the like button, and next week we're going to look at, assuming that they stick around long enough, our chop blocker blade, which will be the Purple Heart, which will be the fastest wood or the hardest wood, Purple Heart, and then the lime. So until next time, bye for now.